Hello guys, and welcome back to the Sino-Soviet Union playthrough, episode 8. In the last episode, we got to watch a majority of the conflict between Thailand and Vietnam, now being pushed heavily by Dema playing as China. In this episode, we will see, hopefully, the conclusion to that war, and then start moving on into the years to follow as we prepare for upcoming historical events, such as the Suez Crisis between Egypt and Israel, or otherwise the 6-Day War, however long that war went, and other things such as the inevitable war between Pakistan and India, while just generally improving our nations. Enjoy the video. Whoa, coup d'etat in Guatemala. Oh, that's sad. Well, I still have my treaties with them, I think. Well, I don't have all my treaties with them anymore. I have, what do I have? I have free trade and embassy. Oh, that's it? Oh, well, that's really sad because the old guys actually liked me. That's so sad.
So condemn this?
Yeah, condemn it. They just went over to NATO. The world's gonna be filled with shit like this.
Well, that's something we had to expect.
Especially with this weird player preference targeting. I wish the many people I've made friends with, though, would just show that they were leaning towards me at least. That would be nice.
Well, at least we have one strong ally.
Who's that?
Well, a soon-to-be strong ally.
Our strongest allies are in Europe. Let's be real. Like Poland. Poland is a strong ally. If I had a direct alliance with Yugoslavia, they would be too. Czechoslovakia, they're pretty strong. Is that really about it? You're just desperately trying to take and hold on to their production, aren't you?
Yup.
That's their air and their naval, though. Oh no, you got the land too, but you're not holding it with anything. But they don't have anything to take it back, it looks like. You've taken over all their production, looks like. But now you're out of units to hold it. Let's hope Vietnam can get some garrisons up before Thailand can get some offensive units up. Damn, they have some air power up there, you know that?
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's some, those are multi-purpose planes, dude.
That was one heavy push I did, though.
I can't believe you actually got all their fucking fabs.
I was like, I'm going for it.
You've taken every last one of their fabs. Congratulations. But the fabs are on the front line is the problem.
But look what they're doing. They're mobilizing forces down there. I can't believe I'm gonna have to actually work for this.
I knew you'd have to work for this part.
It was so easy up until I got to their capital area, and then it's like...
Because this is where all their infrastructure is. And just think, they might actually not surrender there, because they have a bunch of stuff to the south, too. Although, unless they take back those, fabs, Vietnam is undefeatable right now. Because Thailand doesn't have any fabs right now. North Vietnam has all the fabs of Thailand now. And when units get pumped out, they're going to get pumped out right there, which isn't necessarily good. Because they'll get deployed without any combat experience. If the war ended right now, this would be a gigantic win for North Vietnam. Having all of the military fabrication.
And they basically turned Thailand into a very thin strip.
Yeah, Thailand just looks disgusting right now. They look like a chicken wing with no meat on it.
My tactics may not be optimal, but they technically work to an extent.
They work, they're just really slow at working, and they cost a lot of lives, supplies, and all these other things. And money. You're lucky you're China, otherwise you would never be able to get away with this.
I mean, you could get away with this tactic.
Yeah. I am one of the larger countries in the world. Population-wise, I'm the 4th largest country. Damn, Japan's growing in people. Still no fabs in Japan, so they're still weak. Dude, imagine Korea invading Japan. Imagine Korea owning Japan. Oh my god, I want to see that. Korea is so fucking militarized as it is. I feel like they could do it. I feel like it might slow down once they get towards, like, the real industrialized parts, but I feel like they could do it. Quite honestly. They're super militarized. Garbage, but, I mean, all Japan has is garrisons. I'd love to see Korea just try to invade Japan. That would be hilarious. I just like seeing the AI work for me, you know? You're sending like half-dead units down there. Here comes the next wave of dead, soon-to-be dead Chinese people. What do you even have, Thailand? How do you still have military goods? I blame the U.S. I blame the U.S. for so much of this.
They're fighting hard, and look who's coming in to fight as well.
That's an anti-air half-track. I really don't think they're gonna surrender with this. Their military approval is still pretty high, even with you sabotaging it. Their morale is not the worst in the world. I think this will hurt them a lot. Because now they just lost a bunch of their resources now that they lost their capital, but I don't think that's where they're gonna surrender. They have too much left and too much morale. They moved their capital to a place you would not expect. Oh hey! Oh my god! Yeah. Fucking scratch that! Holy shit! They had enough. North Vietnam, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever thought it would look like this? Wow. Okay. Well, do you feel safe to the south now? Do you feel safe? Oh my god. Do you feel safe? How do you feel? Tell me how you feel.
I feel like it's a mini China.
Well, it is Indochina, so yeah. Basically, look at all the Vietnamese troops in that area now. All the rest of the Thailand army that remained, not very much, all just got turned Vietnamese. It's mostly some garbage infantry, but hey, it helps. There's a small village with some engineers that are just stuck there for life.
Hey, there's a British spy in here.
Where?
Right in Ubon Ratchathani.
Oh, that doesn't tell me anything.
Very east of where Thailand was.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yo, dude, that's some funny shit. You are... Well, I mean, North Vietnam should be good. They're gonna have to assimilate all that, you know, recover their economy. It's gonna take them a while, but they're gonna be slowly building up a military.
I mean, they have 7% inflation.
They're gonna be, well, that's probably gonna lower, I wanna bet, but they're gonna be, damn. Fucking damn. That's what I have to say. God fucking damn.
Now imagine once they build up.
Yeah, that could take a while, but yeah.
And that's part of why I decided to push, because they could
turn into a force to be reckoned with, and they're still at war with France. They have more people than France now. Of course, France has much more and better military, so that doesn't mean much.
France is more developed, but I have a feeling that
you have high hopes for Vietnam?
Vietnam could come out a strong player.
Dude, what would you do if Vietnam attacked someone else?
Don't say that. Because I don't want to have to fight another battle just yet.
If they spend some time building up, you shouldn't have to fight anything for them.
At first I thought I ended up with another research center, but I was like, nah, I didn't.
Oh shit! A new Egyptian group that is actually aligned to us. Support the shit out of this.
Yeah, they're neutral, they're aligned.
I just lost all my treaties with Egypt, but I mean, this group actually loves us to death. They're just aligned to us right off the bat.
They like me, I might be able to get a
I'm gonna have to
something
work
going
on
to-
relations with them. I'm gonna have to support their government to work on relations. But, they're aligned with us right off the bat. If they like you, get something with them.
Look at what they decided to build in Songjanag.
I don't know, but I'm gonna guess. Yeah,
It's
research
by-
center. Research center, I see. What permissions have you given people?
I
Oh my
don't
god.
know what they have. Let me check. Everything is empty in the cabinet filters for research, and everything's locked. But yet they're like, yeah, we're researching tech. I mean, not
Do you have all
researching tech, but
Do you have all your
building,
budgets locked too?
all the ones on the research tab.
Do you have like your budgets in your actual finance screen locked?
Okay, I know what it was.
What?
Basically, it's because I was like, okay, if I get attacked, I'm gonna leave my minister to repair stuff, but I didn't notice that I can build as well.
Yeah, facility repairs and construction. That would do that. Just control construction by auto-enabling it in your theaters. That's the easiest way to take care of it. See, I told you. There's something you did that I never do.
Well, something that I forgot, I didn't lock that I should have. Darn.
Coup d'etat in Paraguay. They have no real
Neutral.
opinions, so I'm gonna support it.
Yeah, they're neutral on every front. I'll support it.
Support it, and maybe they'll start
They
liking us or
became a
something.
dictatorship, so that helps.
After a coup, you are always a dictatorship. Coups always result in dictatorships. A new alliance formed between West Germany and Belgium. I mean, that was inevitable.
Okay,
I'm
can't do
surprised they didn't already. Actually, looking at it, West Germany has not been actually allied with the US. That's surprising. I can
What?
get all these treaties with Egypt now. I have everything short of a formal alliance, and I didn't even have to get them to 5 out of 5. Of course, if I got them to 5 out of 5, I wouldn't have had to throw money at them, but I'm sure the money will help them. Which is important now that they're on our side, and that in about a little under 2 years, I'm going to have to probably help them defeat Israel. Hell, they might end up just annexing Israel, depending on how this goes.
That's a lot of ships in the Baltic Sea. Or the channel that goes Italy, Greece, Libya, that region.
That's
may have
the
said it
Mediterranean. But
yeah,
yeah,
I said
Yeah, that
Baltic, and I
happens.
was like, wait.
it'll go even further west. A lot of ships just like to hang out down there.
But yeah, when I said Baltic, I was like, wait, no, that's north of Turkey.
No. North of Turkey's the Black Sea. The Baltics is Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia. The Baltic Sea would be around them. And I got the counter offer here, and with Colombia, I now have every treaty short of a formal alliance, which of course they won't take for reasons. But I have it, so we kind of have them now. They don't have much military capacity, but they're pretty big, and they seem to have a sizable, already present military, which is nice. And they are literally the gateway from South to Central and then North America. So that's real nice.
So Res, what do you think about my country's the domestic and economy section?
Well, your domestics is looking better. Not as good as it could be, but looking better. Your economy section, you're finally above 3% unemployment, which is good. That means you're not going to suffer any ill effects there. Hold course, and you'll be getting better and better as time goes by.
Yeah, my inflation's still a bit high compared to modern day, but it'll get there.
I'm going to build another uranium. Another uranium. I already have some troops in Egypt. I set the theater of the Middle East to medium. I set the battle zones of Rafah and Al-Qarawara. Basically, the main part of Egypt and the right part of Egypt leading into Israel to medium for now. And he already put up a little hotspot, it looks like. Yeah, put up little hotspots over there. And so, as we get closer to the day of the war, I'm going to raise them up to high. And then if I see there's not enough there, I will send more on my own. Looking into Israel, I can see some old British tech, some Cromwells, Mark II Bren carriers, medium tanks, and a whole lot of infantry. Everything I have over here is brand new modern shit. IS-6. The best stuff of mine that you have tank-wise is IS-2s. I have some IS-6s here. Got some combat engineers. Real nice stuff.
Yeah, in a little bit I'll start sending stuff over there. I just want a slightly modern.
Honestly, I didn't even expect you to send stuff over here to begin with. It's so far away. If you want to, I mean, you're free to. I was just expecting to have to handle this myself.
I mean, if you want, I could just focus on a different target. Once I get things set up.
You do you. I am going to help Egypt. I don't think they should need the largest amount of help. Israel's so tiny. They might have a bunch of stuff, but I think with my help, even some minuscule help, they should be good.
I don't expect this to be too heavy, but possibly expect Great Britain to lend a little bit of help if they have an alliance going.
Yeah, mutual defense, maybe, but I'm not expecting it to be too bad. Israel's such a tiny place. I don't think they'll stand the biggest amount once they attack, especially because they're attacking, you know? The world's going to be on the side of Egypt here. Doesn't mean they won't help the other side, it just means they're going to be on the side of Egypt.
We'll just have to see what happens with this war.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball. I'll make sure to, closer to the date, sabotage fund an insurgency on Israel so they end up in war with no military morale or anything. That'd probably be the best way to go about it.
If you want, I could do the funding since I'm not doing any wartime stuff.
Well, I mean, it's not really. There's no point in starting right now. The war is supposed to happen in late 56, and we're only entering 55 here.
I didn't mean right at this moment. I was more talking about when it gets closer to the date.
If you'd like. Sometimes it takes multiple countries doing it to get a perfectly good effect. I know I will probably do it one way or another. It's over here in my region, my backyard.
My region's fairly safe. I mean, I have the worst border.
The worst border?
With a place that could attack.
Not really. You're a lot safer than I am. I'll tell you that much.
No, Japan would probably go after Korea first.
Japan doesn't have military, demo. They don't have any fabs at all.
I keep forgetting.
No fabs at all. They are worthless. Taiwan is also weak. Philippines is weak. The strongest person over there is Australia. I think I'm finally going to phase out the IS-2M heavies from my military. I got literally, it's like half of my tanks, and I was still building more, but I think I'm going to get it off the list now that I have the IS-7 in addition to the IS-6. I can opt for something more efficient and elite right now. The IS-7 isn't necessarily an upgrade to the IS-6. The IS-6 is probably better offensively. The IS-7 is better if you have it sitting down somewhere. So I'm going to keep the IS-6 for the time being. And the most dead of the world award goes to Indonesia! Holy shit, over 24 billion in debt, way above anybody else. Oh, wow.
I took a little bit of debt out.
And then Austria in second place with over 14 billion. But damn, over 24 billion in debt compared to what everyone else has right now. So yeah, our poor friend Colombia has 12.5 billion in debt.
I have like about 2 or 3.
U.S. is still just the king of sitting on money with over 114 billion just chilling. They're also growing pretty damn quickly. They're growing by millions and millions every year in people.
I'm actually surprised that North Vietnam is still above, so right around the recommended inflation level.
Quote unquote recommended. Quote unquote. They've assimilated an entire an entire country after assimilating 3 colonies. Their inflation should be fine no matter how much they spend. They're settling into their new land pretty nice, getting units just spread around, probably a lot garrisoned as well. There's some random Chinese people still there, by the way. Have you noticed?
Yeah, my units.
There's some combat engineers just chilling.
I was gonna say there's a random British spy in Nakhon Sawan.
I'm surprised there's not more spies in Vietnam with how much of the world's conflict so far has happened right there. Egypt is a country that's not really using much military goods. Their capacity for making it is definitely above their current usage. Israel doesn't make much of any of it. 404 tons of military goods for them is considered a pretty, like a year-long reserve. 404 tons, that's it. These are some of the most, like, unmilitarized nations that are about to end up at war with each other.
But yeah, this place is too big for me to remember where I build stuff.
You can always check with land. Remember the land tab. Check anything and everything. By the way, are you going to use your uranium?
I don't know. I was thinking about it if I have any tax related to uranium. Oh wait,
bombs
no,
and power plants.
I'm gonna use it for my ships.
The nuclear sub is when you get them.
I turned my uranium stuff off. Do I have any uranium deposits? I gotta go check. Oh, I have a little bit. By Korea's border. My territory has some now. Time for me to get my territory building some uranium mines.
A lot of my colonies have uranium. It's pretty crazy.
I only did 3 tiles worth for now, and
I have a lot of uranium too.
I'm going to start throwing resources at them to help them build these uranium mines that I started.
Oh my god, USA has 6,500 GDP per capita, Canada 6,000, Switzerland at 5.3 thousand, New Zealand and Australia at 4.7 thousand, as well as Venezuela. I believe somewhere in time, in real life, Pakistan and India fought several wars. In this game, at some point, theoretically, it should happen. There's an Indo-Pakistani War of 1965. Maybe in 1965, Pakistan and India will fight each other. And then that could help us cement India if we haven't already.
Yeah, India, well, not really India right now, but Egypt should be siding with us soon.
Yep, that is true. By the end of the decade, at the 59 point, we should get Cuba, because Castro should take over. I'm not 100% on what all the scripted wars are. They added a lot of events to Cold War since the actual Cold War game.
Oh snap, it's becoming, it's a little bit cheaper to produce food than, buy it on the market.
It's been that way for me for a little bit, ever since you started buying up food. I'm not making any, and I'm not selling any. I bought a bunch of it early on, and ever since, I've just been slowly accumulating it, because my colonies are giving me like twice the amount that I'm actually consuming. Damn, Canada starts out with a gigantic oil surplus, just like the USSR. They're the world's biggest exporter by far. Venezuela also has a good amount in Iran. Damn, in World War II, these countries don't have nearly this much oil. Soviet Kazakhstan is one of the top exporters of oil, and they're just sending it to me. Wow. That's awesome. And Soviet Ukraine's up here as well. Nice. New alliance formed, USA and West Germany. Ooh boy.
I'm gonna let this stuff settle down.
Holy shit, the price of rubber's gotten so high that it's actually cheaper to synthesize it than it is to buy it. What the fuck?
When I get some money, I might scrap my current network of roads and whatnot and just relay everything down. Make it more optimized.
I mean, I'm fine with the way things are in my own country. If anything, when you start a country before modern day, you just need more roads, not better roads. More roads, more rails.
What I'm thinking about doing is putting like the railways along the entire outer edge.
Railways are real cheap.
And then interconnect it periodically, and then put roads coming off the railway locations. So basically, short travel have roads, but for the long distance travel have railways. Because I think aren't railways a little bit more expensive than roads?
Railways are cheaper than roads. Much cheaper.
So wait, you're telling me if I have nothing but railways and get rid of all the roads, it'll be far cheaper?
Yes, it would be far cheaper. However, all your entire motorized and mechanized force would not be able to get around nearly as quickly as if you had roads. Would be a great place to have infantry, though, let me tell you.
Because I don't want to double stack my railways and roads and have it,
Yeah, look, I have 25,600 km of roads. 38,576 km of rails. A lot more rails than roads. The roads are costing me 29 million in maintenance. I believe that's annual maintenance of 29 million. The rails are costing me 4 million of annual maintenance. Big difference.
I have 40,160 kilometers of roads, 22 million in maintenance, and I have 13,680 kilometers of rails, which is under $1 million.
Yeah, like rails are super cheap, but they're no replacement for roads as things get more modernized, mechanized. Before like the Cold War, rails are just far superior. But after World War II, you start needing roads more and more.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing like a lot of, maybe I'll do a lot of interconnect with rails and then have the roads.
The good reason to have both overlapping, if you do, is that it means more supply is getting through this area.
Wow, Korea's sending me money now.
They're sending you money?
Yup.
I think you're leaving some information out there.
No, they're literally just sending me money for nothing.
You're not giving anything back to them. They're just sending you money by itself for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably. Oh, I know why. It's because you're super. You're now red in debt, and you're poorer than them even.
Wait, it's not showing I'm in debt.
Yeah, it says you have red, notable debt level.
Oh, debt? I thought you meant like I'm net negative.
No, you have a lot of debt, and you're poorer than them. So yeah, they're sending you money. They're trying to bail you out of whatever the fuck you're doing.
I know exactly what it is, but I'm just gonna let it finish, because once it finishes, that should be good.
Is it the research center?
Yep. the lone research.
Well, research centers aren't like that expensive.
So that's the only thing I touched since I was over here. Well, since the play started.
Things that you don't necessarily deal with can drain your money as well. Like just your budget in general. Check your budget, check your trades, things like that. Go to your expense report, go to your income report. See what's draining a lot. One way or another, you are bleeding money, and you're not going to bleed that much money due to a single research center.
The only other thing I can think of is it's my population. As it grows, it costs more.
That is a thing that happens. You also do get more tax revenue at the same time, though.
It's either the treasury thing or production related.
Check. It gives you all the information you need.
Yes, treasuries,
You can even see exactly how much money you're spending on construction. Check to see where all your money's going. The information's there. Oh, your inflation is omega high. Holy shit.